Hello, and thank you for the opportunity to speak with you today about our work on biosecurity education at the International Biological Security Education Network, or IBSEN, which lies at the intersection of the life sciences, ethics, education and global security. This presentation highlights that the potential of the life sciences to shape our future for the better must be balanced with effective ways to minimise risks associated with dual-use research if we are to safely harness their extraordinary promise and build a sustainable future. Biosecurity and ethics education are essential to mitigating dual-use risks through nurturing a culture of responsibility. The IBSEN, housed within LMU's Biological Security Research Centre, helps provide a meaningful response to these challenges and offers a sustainable path forward to ensure the life sciences are used solely for peaceful purposes. The 21st century is often called the biological century. Advances in molecular biology, synthetic biology, genomics and biotechnology are revolutionising our capacity to address global challenges. For example, in public health, technologies like mRNA vaccines and real-time genomic surveillance are transforming how we prepare for and respond to disease outbreaks. In agriculture, genome editing is enabling the development of disease and climate-resistant crops, reducing pesticide dependence and improving yields, and helping achieve sustainable food security, especially in vulnerable regions. In environmental science, synthetic biology is engineering organisms to clean up heavy metals, break down plastics, and even absorb atmospheric carbon dioxide. In energy, microbial systems are helping to produce sustainable biofuels and recycle industrial waste. And in computational biology, computational tools and AI-driven modelling is unlocking complex biological systems problems from protein folding to neural mapping. These innovations are not just technological feats. They are key to achieving the UN Sustainable Development Goals, from zero hunger and good health to climate action and responsible innovation. Now, while these advances in the life sciences can bring great benefits to humanity and the world around us, this same technology and knowledge can also raise significant ethical, legal, societal, safety and security risks, such as powerful new ways to design novel or improve existing pathogens and other organisms that could be harmful if misused to humans, non-human animals, plants and agriculture, and the environment. This inherent duality of the life sciences research and technology, being able to be used for good or for bad, whether intentionally or unintentionally, is what we term the dual use of the life sciences, and it applies equally to tangible materials, tools and devices as it does to intangible scientific data, knowledge and methodologies. Some forms of research, known as dual-use research of concern, or DURC, are especially sensitive. These are experiments conducted for peaceful and beneficial purposes, but that could easily be misapplied to do harm with little or no modification. One example of this that you may have heard of is so-called gain-of-function research, which involves genetically altering an organism, often a pathogen, to enhance its biological function, such as transmissibility, virulence or host range, to better understand disease mechanisms and improve preparedness. Why you may have heard of it is because this is the research that some allege was the initial cause of the COVID-19 pandemic. As the life sciences and associated technologies and tools become faster, cheaper, easier, and more widely available, so the potential for inadvertent or deliberate misuse, or even the creation of entirely new potential harms, increases significantly. And these characteristics are shared by a wide variety of new advances and technologies such as synthetic biology, CRISPR, AI and machine learning, gene editing and more. But let's take a deeper look at two specific examples of dual-use research and technology that are achieving profound benefits to society: synthetic biology, or SynBio, and AI-driven computer modelling. SynBio is the application of science, technology and engineering in the design, manufacture or modification of genetic materials within living organisms. It is used widely across the biotechnology industry to do things like accelerating the development of therapeutics and vaccines, improving plant breeding and food production, and creating biofuels. However, It can also be used to modify existing biological organisms to make them more dangerous, create entirely new pathogens that could lead to disease epidemics, or even resurrect extinct viruses for which we currently have no defense. And this is exactly what happened in 2017 when researchers artificially synthesized a horsepox virus within 6 months using DNA fragments ordered and bought online. They then published their methodology, raising concerns that bad actors could replicate their efforts with even more dangerous pox viruses. Now, this work not only raised the possibility of using these same techniques to create smallpox, which is a highly restricted and very deadly virus, but also demonstrated that synthetic biology had made it faster, cheaper, easier, and more accessible to do so. A second example involves the use of AI-driven computational biology. Artificial intelligence and machine learning technologies have advanced so much that computational methods are able to process and analyze large-scale biomedical data to uncover the complex patterns and mechanisms behind processes such as the evolution of disease-causing pathogens, how they are transmitted, and the development of antibiotic resistance. This is extremely valuable in predicting and responding to future pandemics. However, the same technology can also be misused to identify mutations that actually enhance virulence or reduce host immunity, and so help make pathogens and toxins more dangerous, whether to humans, animals, or plants. In 2022, researchers at a pharmaceutical company conducted a speculative experiment to assess if AI could be misused to design toxic molecules. Using an existing AI model originally developed for drug discovery, they reprogrammed it to reward toxicity, employing publicly available software and data. And within just 6 hours, the model generated around 40,000 lethal nerve agents, some that were already known, others completely novel and potentially more dangerous. Alarmingly, being new compounds, it is likely that these would bypass existing national and international biosecurity watch lists and safeguards that are designed to prevent their development and use. These two examples are just the tip of the iceberg. So the question becomes, how do we deal with dual-use research risks, and particularly in such a fast-paced climate of scientific and technological advance that is breaking down every technological barrier to creating more powerful diseases that could be used for harm? Our answer is a sustained commitment to building a culture of responsibility within the life sciences through biosecurity education and the promotion of ethical guidelines. This means promoting a shared set of values, attitudes and practices among scientists, educators, institutions and policymakers to help make sure that biological research is done safely and securely and with a widespread awareness and understanding of potential dual-use risks. To achieve this, the International Biological Security Education Network, or IBSEN, was initiated in 2022 within LMU's Biological Security Research Centre as a collaborative initiative to promote and support biosecurity education, awareness and ethics training across the life sciences globally. Through education, scientists and students learn to understand the nature of dual-use risk, recognise when their work has the potential for misuse, identify safeguards, alternative methodologies and where to find help, and come to know their responsibilities under national laws, guidelines and international agreements like the Biological Weapons Convention. We do this in a range of ways, including the creation and exchange of new educational tools and resources, as well as by participating and providing expertise to international processes such as the deliberations of the Biological Weapons Convention. In conclusion, our work at IBSEN plays a vital role in fostering a global culture of responsibility in biosecurity, ensuring that progress in the life sciences advances human health, environmental stewardship and global security, rather than posing unintended risks. Through robust education and ethical engagement, biosecurity becomes a cornerstone of a future that is not only safe and resilient, but also ethically grounded and truly sustainable. Thank you.